Stop and answer honestly. Are you truly living up to your potential? How often have you looked at your life and felt it could be so much more, but something, maybe a voice of self-sabotage or the feeling of never being good enough, holds you back? And you've probably heard countless times, practice makes perfect. But I need to be clear with you. That's a lie. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes improvement. You never reach a state of perfection. You can always do more, be more, go beyond where you are now. The only thing stopping you is a lack of discipline. And without discipline, you'll stay exactly where you are. Today, we'll discuss the one path that transforms desire into achievement. This video isn't empty motivational talk. It's an invitation to face reality. If you're ready to discover what really separates those who achieve from those who only dream, stay here. This is the beginning of a profound transformation. Have you ever felt like you're running on a treadmill, giving it your all but going nowhere? While you're just trying to survive the week, some people seem to build prosperous lives effortlessly, as if they've discovered a secret. But don't be fooled. What they have isn't luck or a special talent. It's discipline, an unbreakable discipline that drives them to act every day, even when no one is watching, even when everything around them seems to work against them. Think of all the times you started something full of motivation, but gave up halfway. Every abandoned project added another brick to an invisible wall that now seems to trap you. This lack of discipline creates a silent prison, and as time passes, you feel more and more stuck, frustrated, caught in the same routine you desperately want to escape. Science confirms it. A study by the American Psychological Association shows that 92% of people abandon their goals because they underestimate the effort needed to reach them. Now, look at your own life. How many times has this happened to you? How often has a lack of commitment and discipline made you give up on the future you really want? Those who achieve prosperity and fluidity in life understand that success doesn't come easy. It's not a moment of motivation or natural talent that gets them to the top, but a daily decision to do what needs to be done, regardless of how they feel. Each day, each disciplined choice is like a step off that treadmill that keeps you trapped. And with each step, you get closer to the life you want to build. They aren't different from you. The only difference is they chose to face the pain of effort instead of the pain of frustration from never moving forward. Now look at your own path. How much longer will you wait? How long will you let yourself live below your potential? The truth is, the prosperity you seek is waiting, but only if you finally decide to commit to discipline. So, are you ready to really change? Or will you let life keep passing by while you remain in the same place? Wanting to change is easy. We all want something more for our lives. More freedom, more security, more satisfaction. But making these changes requires something most people avoid: disciplined and continuous effort. And here's the truth that many ignore. It's exactly this lack of discipline that keeps people stuck, reliving the same cycles, making the same mistakes, repeating the same patterns. And maybe you've already wondered, why is it so hard to get out of this? The answer is simpler than it seems, but also very tough. People want the result, but aren't willing to embrace the process. Think about the last time you decided to start exercising regularly or save for a goal. How long did you really stick with it before giving up? Most people are willing to wish, but few are truly committed to go through discomfort, deal with fatigue, and keep going when the motivation fades. This is what separates those who achieve from those who only dream. And the most painful thing is realizing that each time we give up, we move further away from the life we want to build. Science has proven that the human brain is wired to avoid discomfort and seek immediate pleasure. But here's the paradox. It's precisely by facing discomfort, by getting through those tough moments, that growth happens. Every time you decide to keep going, even when you want to stop, you're getting closer to what you really want in life. The pain of overcoming a challenge is temporary, but the satisfaction of winning is forever. Lack of discipline not only keeps you stuck, but puts you in a continuous cycle of dissatisfaction, where each unfulfilled goal creates more frustration. Discipline is like a door you need to open every day. The choice is yours. Walk through this door and build the future you want, or stay outside, reliving the same outcomes. Which life will you choose? We all have those small moments where we choose between what we want now and what we truly want for the future. It's the daily, seemingly insignificant choices that little by little shape our reality. It could be as simple as deciding between hitting snooze or getting up, spending on something unnecessary or saving for something bigger. Each little choice you make or avoid is shaping what you'll see when you look at your life a few years from now. These accumulated actions are what will bring you closer or further from the life you want. Most people underestimate the impact of these small decisions, thinking they don't carry much weight. But think of someone who every day chooses to delay their goals, chooses distraction over commitment, comfort over growth. Over time, these choices add up and become the exact reflection of what this person allowed for themselves. They end up trapped in a future they never wanted but built, brick by brick, with their own hands. Think of each choice as a drop of water falling in the same place, day after day. Over time, that drop shapes the stone, creates a permanent mark. Your daily decisions do the same, leaving marks that will define the future you'll live, and research confirms it. Those who maintain discipline in small daily actions are much more likely to achieve big goals. This means that every choice, no matter how small, is building a pattern that directly reflects your future. If you've ever tried to change, you know how hard it is. The first enemy to show up isn't out there. It's within you, your own self, used to comfort and easy choices. This part of you prefers to delay, to justify small surrenders, and with every choice, tries to convince you that change can wait a little longer. This is your most comfortable self, always ready to pull you back to what's safe, predictable, and familiar. This comfortable self might be stopping you from starting a new exercise routine, saving for a better future, or going after something you know would be important for your growth. But the truth is, no real growth happens in the comfort zone. To break out of this inner prison, you need to fight against what feels easiest. Think of all the times you let this comfortable self win, putting off that action you knew you should have taken. Each time you give in, it's like taking a step back, and gradually, these steps back add up until you realize you're further from the future you desire. Imagine that every day you're in a battlefield where your comfortable self tries to pull you back into stagnation. Each act of discipline is a victory in this fight, a step out of this prison. Psychology shows that internal resistance is a defense mechanism the brain uses to avoid discomfort and maintain stability. This is why it's so hard to stick to commitments that require discipline. But it's precisely this struggle against yourself that creates true growth. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, you weaken this comfortable self and get closer to a stronger version of yourself. Now, the question is, how long will you let this comfortable self control you? If you truly want transformation, you must be willing to let go of comfort and accept that discipline is the only path to overcome this resistance. Are you ready to face the internal battle that will lead you to a life of prosperity and flow? Having discipline doesn't mean making big occasional sacrifices. The power of discipline lies in consistent small actions, the ability to turn your commitment to your goals into a daily practice that sustains your progress even when enthusiasm fades. And that's the real test. Acting even when motivation isn't present, when the rewards aren't immediate. Think of something you want to achieve. Maybe improving your health, investing in your career, reaching a financial goal. This goal seems big now, but it doesn't materialize all at once. It's built daily, piece by piece, with small and constant actions. Each small action is a stone you lay on the path to your future. Over time, these stones form a foundation so solid that nothing can topple it. Throughout this video, you've explored the many facets of discipline, from the fight against your comfortable self to the importance of small daily choices that, little by little, build the life you want. Each topic was an invitation to see discipline not as an imposition, but as an act of personal power, a conscious choice for those who want to build a real future, a life of purpose. The truth is, we all have dreams, but what truly separates those who thrive from those who just survive is the willingness to turn intention into action. Discipline is the bridge that connects desire to realization. And this bridge is built daily, step by step, facing each little challenge, overcoming each internal resistance until progress becomes inevitable. The decision to live with discipline is yours and yours alone. By choosing each step with purpose, you're shaping the future you've always wanted. The reward of discipline is more than just results. It's the feeling of living with intention, knowing that each day brings you closer to the life you truly want to live. And if you still have doubts, look toward the future. Where do you want to be a year from now? Because every choice you make today is building that future. Stay with us and click the video now appearing on your screen. And remember, every day is a new opportunity to get closer to the life you genuinely want to live. A journey of 1,000 steps begins with the first one. Discipline is in each of those steps.